All right, Rhythm and Flow. So what's up, man? I go by Steezo. Real name Latrez. My stage name is Steezo. Previously it was Steezy. Dropped it. Too many people claiming it. Switched it to Steezo. I just feel like it fits me way more. I'm 23 years old. It's my Kobe year. Turned 24 June 26th, and I am from Minneapolis, Minnesota, my hometown. That's where I'm saying stomping grounds. That's what I claim, Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they claim me. So yeah. My biggest personal struggle in life was one, overcoming suicide, and two, broadcasting suicide awareness and suicide prevention in a song format. 2 years ago, I wrote a story/song called Lena's Suicide, and it went crazy. It went viral after the first part. The first part did like 40,000 views on Facebook alone within a couple days, like 2 or 3 days. So I'm like, they rocking with it pretty heavy, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna give them part 2, and then after that, I gave them part 3. And total overall, my social media is that video streamed over 100,000 views. But the reason why I say it was my biggest personal struggle is because I personally went through it. Like the fact of wanting to, you know what I'm saying, commit suicide, I take that very serious. It's a serious topic to me. So in order for me to be able to broadcast that to the world and put it in a form where everybody is able to relate, I feel like that's what makes it so personal for me, and that's what makes it the biggest. But since then, like, I've gotten DMs, hundreds of DMs on Instagram, message requests on Facebook, YouTube messages under the comments on my video, on the Lena Suicide video on YouTube. You can see there's hundreds of people down there telling me like, thank you, bro, you saved my life. I was about to commit suicide, and you literally saved me. That's what make it my biggest personal. And knowing that I've saved lives, like not too many people can even say that. Half the world can't even say that. 75-80% of the world can't even say that they saved a life. I saved hundreds, probably even thousands. So, next question. Family life in my household. My house was actually lit, like coming up. Like growing up, you had me, the light of the family. Then you had Marleo, my big head brother. You know what I'm saying? That's my older brother. Love him. You have my big sister. Her name is Destiny. And then you got my little sister. Her name is Breasia. She just graduated high school recently. And my mom, of course, I grew up in the house with my mom. I still got my mom. Very fortunate for that. And then my stepdad, which is, you know what I'm saying, who I claim as my real dad, because he stepped up in that spot, you dig what I'm saying? He played that role well. So, I mean, we all claim him. But our house is so family oriented and musically inclined. It's wild. Like everybody has something to do with music, art, writing, or anything like that. My mom's an author. She produces books, she writes books, children's books, reality, things like that. My brother makes music as well. He's an artist. My little sister, she's written poetry. She's nice at poetry. My pops is a pastor. He preaches. He has his own church actually. And then my older sister, she was just a standalone. She was a standoff one. So I mean, but she still had it. You know what I'm saying? She felt music in a sense. I mean, our household was lit, man. I just lived the life of another regular kid in the streets, playing around, doing extra shit for no reason. Yeah, that's my crib. That's my house. Next question. Why I want to be on Rhythm and Flow? I feel like I got what it take, literally. Like I literally feel like I got what it take to be that D Smoke level or Flawless level or Troy Man, or, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I got those type of qualities. I've watched the whole season like 2 or 3 times over and just studied it and watched them work. But as far as me, like it's always been a goal for me, one, to get into acting or being on TV, period. I mean, that's a bonus on top of being able to broadcast my music talent. That's why I want to be on the show. I want to broadcast my talent and let people know who I am. Another thing is, I don't really know anybody from Minneapolis or Minnesota, period, that has ever blown besides Prince. We got Prince, you know what I'm saying, downtown at First Ave, but he's like one of the only ones. And if you mention that in our city and you say who's blown up from Minnesota, who's done big things with music from Minnesota, the only name you'll ever hear is Prince. Kind of sad, but I mean, like why would I want to be on that, you know what I'm saying, that Mount Rushmore from Minnesota? Like, gotta be lit. So I mean, from my city and my state to see me doing my thing, that's my dream. Why do I feel I should be picked? I feel like I set a different bar when it comes to music, writing, flow, cadence, creativity, anything that you can name, I literally can do. That's the difference between me and a lot of rappers. There's a section of beats. So you got this section of beats and this section of beats. This section of beats is trap, pop, party, club, turned up. Everything is turned. This one is the Kendricks, the Chances, Nas, the Jay-Z's, sometimes Kanye. Like, it's two different lanes. And these niggas can only do that. These niggas can do that. Sometimes they can step into that. Me, I'm in both of them lanes, like 50-50. It can be that or it can be that. And then on top of that, I got rock capabilities, pop capabilities, R&B. Like, I can do a lot. Why I feel like y'all should pick me, or why I should be picked, is that I'm so musically inclined. It's crazy. This brain, it's a lot in this brain, I'm telling you. Just don't want to miss out on it. Next question. Ain't no more questions. I answered them all. I answered all the questions, man. Just pick me up, man. I don't know what else to say.
I don't like to talk, but when I do that shit important. My bitch come from German engineering, she imported. Always wanna fucking barely finish a performance. Kinky as a bitch, she like to role play and record it. Retro souls, but I still like Gucci sneaks. Step on these hoes, party clothes.